All right, well, after that, I have not had a chance to go back, rewatch the footage of that final game, um, to actually double check what happened at the ending there. But immediately, Cook and Vincent are back in it again, wanting a second one. Cook wanting that opportunity to redeem himself after Vincent took the first win in a very, very short game. And so to I just want to go back and take a look at that very, very ending there. Because like I missed I yeah, okay, cool. I appear to have so this is one downside. I have to scroll up and down on my screen if I ever want to see health. And last game, I didn't realise that Cook had clearly taken as much damage as he had. Okay, starting off here. Let's see. I'm confused as to what did Vincent not mulligan, or did I just not see the mulligan? Doesn't matter. Okay. I mean, it clearly, yeah. Winston speedrunning first turn, doesn't want to give the advantage. Got two wild cards, got Hailstorm, which is going to be great to have in hand, not useful early on. Cook mulliganing, away shield generator. Oh, I don't think he's going to be happy with that. That is not a great starting hand for Cook. Although, like, he doesn't know it, but it does go kind of well with Vincent having two wild cards right here. Like, that's not a Winston's going to be in a position where he's going to be ideally playing down wild cards. I think for him, he's got to try but he probably won't early on, because maybe he'll play one, but he knows he's not in range of Hailstorm. He's nowhere near in range. And wait a second, these cards, did Winston swap out? Is Winston playing Venture League? Is Winston playing the Venture League deck? Do we have modified Maelstrom versus Venture League? Are we going to, like, what I'm hoping we see here is we see a masterclass in actually Vincent having messed around with the Venture League deck and improved it. That could be really exciting. I'm also getting messages from Cook. Apparently for last game, he put on Both music in the background and it did not help. It's a very funny message to see. Vincent's really drawing these really high imagination cards. Not great, to be honest. Can play Betty, Hatcher's Baton. Cook with Lab Leak. You can actually see which cards he got, or at least can't immediately. That's... Winston's not going to be happy about that. Betty Hatcher's Baton, you take one card from your, top card from Universe to Maelstrom and shuffle a card of type Venture League from your Maelstrom back into your Universe. That will be fine almost all of the time, but with Black Hole is not good. I think Winston's really got to hope that Crux Prime remains so he can pull that Black Hole back before that gets buried in a ton of other cards, because I'd be surprised if he has two Black Holes in the deck. Immediately goes for pulling that back, taking full advantage of Crux Prime there. That is, I think, almost the move he had to make. I don't know if there was much one, but again, okay. Starting to pile on the imagination. Is he doing this for card draw at the moment? I think that was. I think he, that was for card draw. Then what did he do at the end there? Missed the final move. Drew Crux Prime. It just ended turn. Okay. Wanted card draw, didn't want to put down too many cards for that. And, like, unbeknownst to him, that's quite a good play, because, okay, Cook can put down Chainsaw Stromling, but he's keeping the Hammer Stromling, Nunchuck out of reach. Those are all pretty good, given Vincent doesn't really have much in the way of defenses at the moment. Hammer Stromling goes down immediately, takes out Betty. That's going to deal 1 damage to Vincent at the moment. And we're currently Cook on slightly less health. It really doesn't matter at this stage. Stromling Mech going for Construct. When his Construct enters and so this is... Vincent kind of is disincentivized to attack the Stromling Mech until he can kill it, because you get to draw 1 Construct from the Universe to your hand. With his deck, that could well be a Spider Queen angle, or something like that. Like, he can use that to draw a powerful thing. He could also use it probably as 2 Stromling Mechs in his hand, if I had to guess. So could definitely be using that to save up I could definitely be using that to, you can just use it to get a second Stromling mech and then do the same thing again. It depends what you want to do. Winston's here, imagination-wise, he's pushing for the hires. Okay, pushing for Buccaneer, getting out some solid damage. This can, this can, take out that, can take out Hammerstromling next turn, and I happen to know from speaking to Cook earlier before this, he doesn't have a ton of high damage cards. This is going to be one of his this is one of the major downsides of his deck. He has card removal. He has stuff like Black Hole. We saw that in the last game, but he doesn't have he doesn't have an absurd amount of damaging cards. Okay. The Stromling mech got killed. Immediately, Cook took it back, just sent it back into his hand. Which actually, I completely forgot you can do that, but yeah, let's just check that was. When this construct ends... No, you can add a construct from your universe into your hand. How did that... Construct sent the Maelstrom immediately shuffled back into the universe, so it got shuffled back in and he just drew it straight back out. That's a really good, Gnarled Forest is designed to help eventually, but that's a really good combo there. We've got Chainsaw Stromling coming in, buffing the Hammer Stromling up to one side of it, doing decent chip damage against this. Let's see, adjacent Maelstrom cards, period. So now both of those are going to get buffed. When I was playing recent games against Cook, this is close to an airstrike angle. But now, okay, we've got 4 damage coming from the Buccaneer, and Winston uses it to take out not the 2 cards on either side, but the card that buffs both of them. That's probably the right play on this. With it going back and forth quickly, no one is being indecisive here. When I play... I mean, you've probably seen me play at some point. I'm taking time to think about this. But we are now up to the imagination level where Cook can start playing Nunchuck. He can start playing, Stromling Admiral. And Stromling Admiral means Explosive Treasure's going to come out pretty soon, probably, to take out this Buccaneer, right? Well, no, he just goes straight for it. The Stromling Admiral takes out Buccaneer right away. That means Explosive Treasure's going to be saved up. Stromling Admiral will be... Yeah, that was damage dealt to face we were just hearing. Stromling Admiral won't be doing much next turn, but... After that next turn, is going to be dealing lots more damage again. Winston's is really on the back foot now. His ideal play is pushing towards the Spider Queen, but there's a lot on the field. I think maybe, if you can try and change wild cards. But yeah, he's just trying to whittle them down at the moment. He's just waiting for a play, waiting to get some good cards in hand. And even if he does change wild card, Cook is now with a second Gnarled Forest, which means that Stromling mech is just going to keep coming back into his hand. That's a loop I hadn't seen used before. It's a really good idea. It's a clever loop. Stromling Admiral not doing much this turn. Next turn is going to be hitting hard. Although, if Winston can just put something out, so the Stromling Admiral has to attack the same target twice. He needs to put something out, but he doesn't have anything to put out. He doesn't have any card draw. He's got Swabby. Is Swabby going to get... Swabby's going to get... Oh, but he uses Swabby to kill. Okay, so... That's enough damage. We're going to get 1 kill from each of those. The Stromling Admiral won't actually be able to attack through. This might be a rare time where maybe you don't want the Stromling Admiral to actually use its second attack, I think, if I've counted correctly. We've got more world cards for Cook. Those, maybe he'll use them as card draw, but they don't really benefit him at this point in the game. They could get him to Black Hole. He'll have that saved up in his hand if he really needs it. But he's, using it as card draw, playing Nimbus Station so he gets even more card draw. Can always Gnarled Forest at the end if he wants to. Getting Shield Generator at that point in time, is that going to go next to the Stromling Admiral? Will be a good play to blast him, going for... Yeah, so he drew 1 card when he played Nimbus Station, spent 1 more imagination, draw an extra card. Blast him is good. He's not going to use it on either of these, I assume. It would seem an odd play. And Nunchuck, he's going straight for face. Nunchuck can go past into face, but actually this time didn't attack face. But, yeah. Oh, and because he played Nunchuck, he was able to take out one of the 2 remaining cards, so the Stromling Admiral was able to do both the attacks. Chip down Winston's. This is bad for Winston's. This would be a great Black Hole angle for Winston right now. I think this is possibly but yeah, we've got the imagination. Do we see him go for it? He's got good cards in his hand right now. He Black Holes. Okay, this is just a reset, which I think is probably pretty good for Winston's at the moment. I think this reset was needed. Then can... Yeah, was that just a end term? Why did disclosed cards? I sometimes lose track of this. Oh, well, that was probably from Gnarled Forest. So, yeah, Cook stuff gets sent to the Maelstrom because it is Nile Forest up. He's redrawing the shield generator immediately. Can't redraw that immediately. Lost track of how exactly he drew that. Hamstroming coming up. There's nothing actually. I think he's trying to get in by chip damage right now. Or using that to build something. Not building shield generator, though he could have on that turn. Saving shield generator up. That might be a setup. Mr. Re coming out here. Okay, so Vincent has a win condition well, not a win condition necessarily, but he can take back a huge advantage. Yep. Okay, Black-Hearted Kevin going into Kevin's cannon. We could see a hidden treasure play to send maybe Spider Queen back into the deck and then firing the Spider Queen. That seems like a dangerous move. Hidden treasure, let me just double check. It is from your hand or the Maelstrom to the top of your universe. So, yep, we're seeing Kevin's cannon being put down. I don't know what he would have hidden treasured there. I don't remember what he had in his Maelstrom beforehand to see what would have gone into his universe. But he's going, it sent it to the top of your universe. So yeah, try and do as much damage as possible with, okay, sure, I lost track. Cook with the very odd choice of Cannon Shark. I don't buy Cannon Shark as a defensive card. I think it's just very hard to play for the health it gives you. Especially in Cook's deck, which actually doesn't have much in the way of high imagination cards. I think that's going to be a really hard card to play. And it being in the deck is something I've not fully understood. I know he likes it, but... okay, so we're going to be seeing... Well, we'd normally see the buffing plays here, but there's nothing else to buff this. This is just chip damage. This is not chip damage so much as actually something to just save attacks going straight through to face, because he can't build shield generator with it. He can build security checkpoint. But if he builds it in front of Kevin's cannon, that won't stop Kevin's cannon from attacking. I don't know if he knows this. I assume he would. But security checkpoint only stops normal attacks. And at this stage, Hailstorm's going down. This is kind of what the deck was set up for. Winston was the one who made this deck. He knows, in principle, how you play it. Air support, not the ideal thing to be sent out there. Because it's quite a powerful card on its own. It's more powerful played than the damage it does via Kevin's cannon, unless that damage is dealt to face. But by being played, Kevin's cannon sends air support from the hand to the deck. Hailstorm, when a card is sent to the Maelstrom from your hand, side of the field, or universe, it was sent to Maelstrom, you may deal damage. And immediately, Cook is not having any of that, not giving him the chance to get too much of a combo off of Hailstorm. But honestly, I think that's fine. He used Sharks to get rid of Hailstorm. As long as Kevin's cannon survives, though, I think actually Winston could still be in quite a decent place. I don't think Hailstorm is not the powerhouse you think he is. And Black-Hearted Kevin coming out again immediately. We've got a Pirate Organ here. We've got good combos. And potentially, if a few more wild cards are played, we've got the Mr... Wait, could this... We could have... Oh no, if Venture League had been played... I forgot Venture League not going up there. Oh no, he doesn't know. This is not a good setup. This is perfectly setting up. If Cook can manage to play that Maelstrom chest he's got in his hand, this is a perfect setup to take up two birds with one stone. I mean, one Kevin's cannon will survive most likely. Okay, he's just going for imagination. Why is he going for imagination? What does he have planned? He could... Probably not a black hole angle here, I wouldn't think. I mean, maybe it is. Maybe he wants to get rid of Kevin's cannon. He's seen in previous games what those can do, and he does. He goes for it. He doesn't waste time trying to build things with the explosive treasure. This is honestly... This is the Spider Queen angle right now. I mean, arguably it would have even maybe been a better Spider Queen angle before the black hole had been played, but Spider Queen will survive the black hole that gets played. Crux Prime drawn. This could be... I mean, there's an opportunity to draw something back from the Maelstrom, but really at this stage, you can play the Spider Queen. Yeah, this looks like we're seeing Spider Queen plays. Spider Queen plays. So Spider Queen cannot be damaged by anything aside from attacks. And is this... I think Cook, upon seeing that Spider Queen there, just resigned. Which... It's a good card. It's not an unbeatable card, especially with Crux Prime up. I'm not convinced that necessarily was Winston's win condition there. I think that was Winston having an opportunity to pull something back. I don't think it was the win condition. I don't think it's the win condition that I think Cook thought it was. But with that is... that is 2-0. Vincent versus Cook, and really Cook just not enjoying the Spider Queen plays there. He was caught off guard by it last time in the previous game, not realizing that Black Hole couldn't take it down. And in this game, I think he could have taken it out, but I think it seems like the last game left a bad taste in his mouth and was not ready to take that down. Or was he just on lower health than I thought he was? I don't think so, but as we were establishing, I'm not great at keeping track of the health, apparently. But it really felt like Winston spent that whole game on the back ropes. Yeah. Well, I think that was a resignation from Cook. Well, okay, cool. I don't know if we're going to be seeing a third game in this. I was kind of only expecting the one game and commentating over that. Yeah. Cool.